I posted this video last night. Make sure y'all go and check it out. The link will be in the description box and the comment section as well. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple. And make sure y'all go and check it out, man. What's going on, people? This is Jaye the Black, of course. I'm back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you are subscribed and have clicked the notification bell, because people aren't getting notifications. I don't understand why, but they aren't. Okay? So make sure that you subscribe. If you already subscribed, make sure that you have clicked the notification bell and say that you want to see all uploads. Or what you can do if you're not getting notifications is unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then click the notification bell and say you want to see all uploads. All right. So this video is going to be in regards to Zion Williamson. I made a video about him. I posted it late last night, and it was in regards to a female at his school who had put him on blast. She got over eager because, once again, you know, the best basketball, well, the best college basketball player in the world is trying to hook up with her. So she felt like this is her one chance to be famous, or her one chance to get attention, because she knows that once Zion leaves that school, he's not going to think twice about it. But sometimes you never know. You know, there's been a lot of athletes who've met their future baby mamas or wives or girlfriends in college. You know, you just never know how things work out. But she saw it as an opportunity, because I don't think she's gotten a lot of attention from, especially black dudes. I don't think she's ever really gotten attention from black dudes like that, because this female is Caucasian. This was a Caucasian female, and she got very over eager to put him out there. And it just shows you, okay, why as a man, especially a young man like Zion, who has a lot to gain and a lot to lose, who has a lot of potential, you have to be very careful of the women that you deal with, especially millennial women. Millennial women grew up on social media. You know, they've been on Twitter and Instagram since they were in high school, probably middle school. So they're plugged in on social media. They know what's going to get them attention. So you have to make sure that you are extremely careful in who you're trying to hook up with. This is why when you're in college, and let's say that you're well known, you might want to try to get with the females who know of you. I don't think this female really knew of you except for you play basketball. You know, she's probably one of these females who's a bit of an elitist. You know, she probably came from a town that was majority white. Like, she didn't really know black people until she got to college. You know, she probably didn't even get attention from brothers. Brothers probably never paid her any attention. So she finally got some attention and didn't really know what to do. Well, except for, you know, record it and put it on social media, you know. And that is the problem nowadays. You know, men can't even go up to a woman without her calling him thirsty. And some of y'all females have been guilty of that. You know you have. Of calling a guy thirsty when he approaches you, trying to holler at you, trying to get your phone number. You don't have to give him your phone number. You know, just be honest. At the same token, don't act like something is wrong with that guy because he doesn't fit the way that you like. And I've noticed that with millennial females. This is why a lot of millennial females end up single going into the, you know, I wouldn't say millennial, I would say women who have the mindset of these millennial females. That's why when they get older, they're single, you know, and they don't know what to do. So they go to clubs all the time. You know, they might even get into a relationship with a guy who's still married and try to pretend like they didn't know he was married because of their immature mindset. A lot of millennial females have an immature mindset. They think about the now. They don't think about the future. They think about the now. I mean, you got millennial males who do it as well. You got a lot of these, you know, millennial males who are effeminate, who grew up without a father. Betas, even though, you know, I think betas, alpha male, I think those terms are a little bit outdated. You know, I think beta males can be ambiguous, you know, to a certain extent, just like alpha males can be ambiguous. There's really no one way to be alpha male, just like there's really no one way to be beta. But I'm just using that as an example, people. And nowadays with millennial males, because I'm a millennial, so I think I speak for the millennial generation. And when you see a guy like Zion, with all the potential and promise that he has, he's getting a first taste of female nature. And this probably is not going to be his last. You know, he can learn a lot from this. A lot can be learned from this, because now he's going to be more picky and careful. Listen, this dude's going to make tons of money once he turns pro. Just him turning pro, he's going to gain a lot of money and resources from all of the different people he's going to meet within the sports genre, so to speak, with signing shoe deals and other endorsement deals he's going to get. So I think in that regards, I think his guard is going to go up more and more. I just think this is a situation where you have a guy who's probably very quiet, who, you know, he considers himself a regular guy who plays basketball. You know, he doesn't have, I don't think he has the superstar mindset, because if he did, he would have left Duke after, you know, the whole, you know, busting out of his shoe incident that almost, you know, hurt his ankle. You know, I think he loves playing basketball, but I think outside of the court, I think he sees himself as a regular dude. You know, this is why he's using quote unquote lame, corny pickup lines, because that's who he is. A lot of these athletes, man, they don't have people skills. They don't have social skills when it comes to women. This is why you see these guys marry these women during their careers, because these are the most attractive women that have ever given them attention, and these women run circles around them. And you would hope that Zion would have the right people around him to prevent that, to prevent these women running circles around him. But sometimes in life, you know, certain situations, you know, we look at and we have the opportunity to do better from, you know. And this is a situation that he could definitely do better from, because, you know, women like that, you can tell, you know, she's going to be the type of female who's probably going to mess around with a lot of men, who's going to be in and out of the clubs. She's going to be in her 40s, still going to the clubs, still trying to look for something. Don't really know what it is, but she's looking for something, because she's never been able to find it. She's always going to be trying to get the men who don't want her. So her putting, you know, this particular female, putting Zion Williamson on blast, that's just her way of saying, hey, somebody wants me. Just like you got women that will literally have children just so people will believe that somebody wants her, but she's still insecure. An insecure minded female is going to be who she is. And a lot of men see that. A lot of you millennial males have to see that as well. I know that a lot of these guys grew up in single parent households. They feel like women can do no wrong. They feel like there's only one way to sort of get a woman's attention. And that's by telling her everything she wants to hear. You know, maybe even approaching her. But see, the thing is that approaching, there's nothing wrong with approaching, but you have to read body language. You have to know if a woman really wants you to approach her, because some women, you know, immediately will give off signs that they don't want to talk to you. You have to read those signs, you know. And I think Zion was probably being goofy, and I think this female once again saw an opportunity. She saw the amount of clout she could get, but it went horribly wrong. It went horribly wrong, because people are clowning her. People have taken his side. He's probably gained more fans from this, from being, you know, kind of corny with his pickup line, to people are on his side feeling like he was done dirty by this female who's not even attractive, who's very average looking, very basic. We have to look at also that he was at Duke. Those guys who play sports at Duke, they don't go there for the women. They go there for the academics and to play sports. You know, Zion might have a bit of a nerd in him. You know, he might be a bit nerdy. You know, people talked about how You know, he was on Fortnite and how he sound like a gamer. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being nerdy. There's nothing wrong with being a gamer. You know, if that's his personality, that's who he is. Doesn't take away from him being a basketball player. But maybe he just has interest because, look, he's a 19-year-old. What else do you expect him to do? Well, he's like 18. I think he's an 18-year-old. What do you expect? The guy looks like a grown man. The one thing I would say about Zion, he has the body of a grown man. Just like LeBron, when he was in high school going into the NBA, he physically and you know, looks-wise, face-wise, he looked like a grown man. He looked older than his age. And that's the same thing with Zion. Zion is a very physically mature man, but mentally, he's a teenager. He's a kid. You know, he likes to do what teenagers do. You know, he doesn't consider himself to be, a grizzled adult yet. So he's gonna make mistakes. And I think this is a mistake that he's definitely going to remember, because the women that's going to be throwing themselves at Zion once he walk across that stage and put on that hat and shake the NBA commissioner's hand, the moment he does that, he's going to see a way different caliber of female. And I will say this, though. I don't think Zion really wanted to sleep with this girl. I just think he was on social media bored, because he is in college, people. And in that particular area in North Carolina, there's probably not a lot to do. So he probably got on Snapchat and went to flirting with local females that are there, you know. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you try to give an average, basic looking Caucasian female an opportunity. Okay, because she's a millennial female, okay, who probably doesn't have options, but she wants to have different options that are not Zion, because she knows once Zion leaves Duke, he ain't never gonna be interested in her again. So she said to herself, why don't I get some clout out of this? And she made a complete fool of herself. I think the biggest mistake Zion did was choosing to message her. Now, I will say this, though. It could be a situation where her social media pictures look way different than her in real life. And I believe that she probably had a bunch of filtered up photos that made her look attractive when she really wasn't. But bro, you're gonna have to learn from this, but I'm pretty sure he will. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple, and make sure y'all go and check it out, man.